Spencer McLaughlin, Dallin Richards, Kira Orton with you from the America First Event Center. Dior Johnson's impact on this game palpable for Tarleton State, no surprise.
At 8 points in 4 minutes of play for Johnson off the bench, doing what he does best for this Texans offense, providing a spark.
He's out there with Douglas, McDowell, Dormu, and Vrabel. Again, no Billy Gillespie on the sidelines tonight. Glenn Cyprian filling in for Tarleton State. Dormu with a teardrop that crawls over the cylinder. Boy, that is a tough shot for the Connors State transfer. Tarleton State wanted a moving screen. Instead, it's a Rockley 3 that finds the back of the iron. McDowell knifing in, twirls around, flips it up off the mark, and they say last touch by Southern Utah, so it stays with the Texans. That offensive glass key we talked about earlier, coming up big for Tarleton State so far.
Yeah, 4 offensive rebounds early for the Texans, giving them second chance opportunities where they're starting to shoot the ball better, but still below 45% on the night.
That bucket by Dormu, by the way, the most in a conference game this year. He had 1 point in 3 games combined entering tonight, and that is going to be 2 shots, I believe, for Dior Johnson, a guy who shoots it at 84.5% from the stripe.
And that's where Johnson's at his best. He's hit a couple triples tonight, but getting downhill into the lane to the free throw line.
And he misses there. 30 of 35 at the line in his last 2 games entering tonight. Began his career at Pitt, redshirted the 2022-23 season, found his way to UCF, Clarendon College, and now Tarleton State, and is looking like the WAC Player of the Year at this point in the calendar. He has trimmed the Southern Utah lead down to 3.
Probably gonna fighting for 6th Man of the Year as well.
Yeah, you could indeed sweep those awards. Jaden Farrow carves inside. Jones has it jarred free. Here comes Dormu racing up ahead, kicks it out. Douglas lets it fly. Jones at the other end, gets one to go.
We'll see if that doesn't get Jones going from deep. You talked earlier about him struggling from distance as of late. Sometimes all it takes is one to find the bottom of the net.
Johnson directing traffic for this league best 80 points per game Tarleton State offense. He trucks downhill and finishes with the right hand. Boy, he makes it look easy.
Great split of the double team, and then a finish over Farrow, a good shot blocker for Southern Utah.
Farrow into the lane, sets up Jones again. Can't hit, but Farrow with his second chance. Lee cut off. Jones on the deck. Lee from the corner, hits a rainmaker.
It's great offense for Southern Utah. Driving kick and reset until you find an open shooter. Rock Lee makes the Texans pay.
Inside out is how Rob Jeter likes to play offense, how he likes to get looks from beyond the arc. Southern Utah has matched their 3-point total from last game as Elijah Duvall is picking up his 2nd personal foul here. No free throws just yet, but he'll have to check out Lorenzo Abelar in for the first time. Thunderbirds against the Lancers last time out on Saturday in Riverside, 6 of 21 from distance. A little home cooking here. They're 6 of 11.
And they're getting good looks as well. You might see 11 three-pointers in the first 10 minutes and think that's a lot for a team that doesn't have the best shooting percentage, but they're getting open looks. You talked about it, working the ball inside out, not being afraid to take those open looks.
Isaac returns for Coach Cyprian and the Texans. They try to thread it into Johnson, who is hounded by Jones. With 15, he carves. That's a sequence Southern Utah will live with there. Johnson without the ball in his hands. Dormu way outside. Rockley the other way for the Thunderbirds. Looks to attack, and a foul is called. We'll see if they give him the new continuation rule for 2 shots. And it looks like they're putting this on the deck. I think that was the right call. You take another look at the Rockley 3. He came into this game hot from beyond the arc. Lee was 6 of 9 over his last 3 contests. Shooting from the outside, was under 30% on the season before that. Abelar flings it in, and Johnson commits a foul. That's his first, team 6th.
And trying to get that steal. Talked about Tarleton's defense, enforcing turnovers, the best in the nation, one of the best in steals as well. Just got caught on that one.
12th nationally in steals, 1st nationally in turnovers forced per game at over 19. And there is one right on cue. It's McDowell leaping into the air for the swipe. He sludges at the other end and takes it back out. Johnson, the quick move. Farrow fouls him up top. That's 16 fouls, no free throws yet, but for the final 8:36, both teams are in the bonus, and Jaden Farrow picks up his first foul.
And at that time, Dior Johnson saw the big man on him, and that quick first step on the drive, Farrow didn't have a choice but to foul.
Johnson checked by Abelar, works off the Mpaka screen, works back the other way, falls away, and cashes in another. 13 first half points for Dior Johnson, and that's the toughest 2 he's had tonight.
And a tough finish on the fadeaway.
Abelar Euros almost got it down. We'll see if this is 2 shots or a 1-and-1. Jordan Mazzell, the guilty party, picking up his first.
You see Abelar, he's been more aggressive since conference play started, looking to get his own shot.
Guy who understands his role very well. Just 2 total points in the last couple of games. No stats in 4 minutes of action in Riverside in the loss to the Lancers. Second-year Thunderbird, one of just 3 total returners on the roster from a season ago for SUU. He extends the lead back to 7. And he's guarding Dior Johnson, and Johnson wants the ball badly in that matchup. McDowell downhill, runs down Cottrell. This time it's a block, and that'll take us to the under 8 media timeout. Free throws coming for the Texans when we get back. It's the Thunderbirds up 7.